What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of my Pentagon slash Hexagon series. Well, today's the FFA Cup final, Melbourne City versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Just to give you a little history, the last two matches that happened this season both ended 4-3. We won one, and Wanderers have won the other. I feel that it's going to be the same high-scoring affair in this cup match, with the exception that we need to be on the right side of history. I know it is not high on my mind or the board's mind, but always getting a piece of silverware is great for the fans. And, well, if you take a look at the league table, we have jumped up into third place. Wanderers are now in fourth. We've taken 27 points out of 16 matches. One ahead of Wanderers, but still 9 back of Brisbane Roar, who are the league leaders so far. If we take a look at how that has been broken down, since our last live com of Perth Glory, these next 5 matches we've taken 11 points from them. 3-2-0. Always going undefeated is a good thing. So, the following match was against Adelaide United, and we defeated them 4-2. Harry Sporanovic, Aaron Mui, and Salievsky getting themselves on the score sheet. Salievsky with a brace, and I really see that this youngster is going to be the centerpiece up front in the future. He's only 19 years old, and since I brought him up from the youth squad as cover initially, he started bagging goals. So I figure this is going to be one of my mainstays going forward. And, out of 6 matches so far, he's got 5 goals. I expect him to continue. So hopefully starting him today will bring him some confidence and maybe find the back of the net. Looking forward to the rest of the shots. 25, 9 of them on target, 54% possession, good possession. We were never trailing in this game. We were either winning or in a draw, but we were never in a losing situation. So I figured that was great confidence for this team going forward and getting the 3 points. However, the very next match was the derby match against Melbourne Victory, and it just turned to be a gigantic snore fest. Between us, we have taken 40 shots, but none of them seem to find the net. The goalkeepers didn't have to save all that many on the day. We only had to save 5. They had to save 6. Not really a match to write home about, and it's better if we just kicked on from this and not look back. We then followed up that performance by getting 3 more points against Newcastle United Jets, defeating them 1-0. Connor Chapman, the defensive back, getting himself a goal off of a headed-in corner kick in the 31st minute. A great run of play to build to that and to then get the headed-in goal. 22 shots taken of 11 on target, majority possession. Can't ask for any better, though we probably could have gotten another goal out of it just because of how well we were building the attack along the wings, just throwing the ball into the box and seeing what will happen. Unfortunately, didn't happen that the ball went goalward very often, or if it did, the keeper was right there. Following that performance, we then came away with a point against Brisbane Roar, and I say that it was a kind of stolen effort by Brisbane, who were still top of the table at this point, but we were leading 2-0 at halftime. Salievsky getting a brace, which put us up 2-0 after the 42nd minute, and Brisbane were just clawing and scratching and just trying to find something. They were able to get one back in the 66th minute, and unfortunately the defense on our end just totally and completely collapsed. Not to mention that Brisbane were really passing us off the park in the second half, which led to a 90th minute equalizer, and they stole our 3 points away from us. It would have been nice to get 3 points against the top of the table team, but my minimum or I should say the most I would have expected out of this match was a draw, so I'm not entirely miffed about it, though it would have been nice to get the 3 points. And then our final match in this stretch, I didn't think I'd be facing them again so early, but it was against Newcastle United Jets away, and we defeated them once again 3-1. Sporanovic getting himself a brace, Aaron Mui also getting himself on the scorecard. 22 shots, 9 taken, majority possession. That's how you do it. That's how it's supposed to be done. And getting all 3 points in this game was absolutely necessary. All right, and that leads us to today's match against Wanderers FC. However, 2 little bits of information before we get into that. We have drawn against our opponent in the AFC Champions League 3rd qualifying round, and we're going to face Ratchaburi, who are from Thailand and are also entering in this competition in the 3rd round. So this will be our first match for either side. We will be playing them on the 13th of February. And a little note about how the qualifying takes place. It is only a one-off match, so better win. Otherwise, if you draw, it'll go to extra time and penalties, and nobody wants to see that, especially not on my end. I'd rather win and get us into the group stage. And then one final thing on the transfer window. Didn't do very much, and then the transfer window closes in a week and a half. I wanted to strengthen either the defensive side or the midfield side, and I opted to go midfield with our only loan in. And if you take a look at this name, it's probably a name that you remember if you were watching the series back about 10 episodes ago. It's Gianluca Mancuso, the Argentinian from Vélez, who, yes, we did have him on loan at San Luis, and he did fairly well for us. So when I saw him on the market, I needed to pick him back up. He's a great midfielder, good defensive mid as well. I'm not going to delve deep into detail for him. If you want to go back to some of my older episodes and watch what I said on him, you can do that. But overall, definitely strengthening the midfield that we needed. And then one more thing that's not going to pop up on here until the 1st of February is Bai Antonio is going to be coming to our squad on a permanent basis. His loan ended a couple weeks ago, and Vigalta were not going to re-up his contract. So he was essentially going to be out of a contract at the end of this month. So I decided, since he did so well for us, I wanted to sign him on, and that's exactly what I did. Sign him on for 2 more years at, I believe, £100,000 per year. A fairly strong defensive mid who can also play center back or midfield. I'm primarily going to use him in that center back role, but looking at what he has and what he did for the squad, there is no reason not to bring him back. So I'll see him back in a week. Unfortunately, we don't have him for today's match against Western Sydney. He would have helped out a lot since a couple of our midfielders are a little bit tired. But I digress. Let's get us to today's match. Wanderers are going to be playing a 4-5-1, a little bit defensive. We're going to be playing a 4-4-1-1 formation with Andrew Redmayne in net. Murray, Harding, Chapman, and Garuccio are going to be our flat back 4. Our midfield consists of Retri, Pardalou, Sporanovic, and Nikita. The lone AMC, which I have as a shadow striker, is going to be Duganjic, and up front it's going to be the youngster Salievsky. So let's kick on and see if we can't get a trophy and get some momentum going forward. Alright, and here we kick off, Australian Cup. Western Sydney are going to be in their blood red and black kits, whereas we are going with our home of white and sky blue. Fortunately, there's no kit clash this time. I'm glad we don't see the candy stripes on our side. So that's a welcome sight to see. Early on, 8 minutes in, we have a nice attacking movement. However, Salievsky cannot shoot a goal. We need to see more shots on goal. Don't just take shots for the sake of taking shots. Here comes Paolo Retri with a free kick. Just sails just wide. Uh-oh. And one of my center backs goes off injured, Adam Harding. So I'm going to bring on the only center back I really have, Josh Somerville, to replace him. That's not good, because if this game goes to extra time, that's one sub that I can't bring on. And one of their players goes off injured now, so I guess an eye for an eye. 37 minutes gone. This game is going by really fast, as now Western Sydney are on the attack. Get on the defense. Ooh, what a rocket shot. Good save by Redmayne. Western Sydney getting good amount of looks, good amount of passing. Not a lot of possession, so they're just trying to make the most of their chances. As here they go, good block. We're going to continue in the attacking zone. Set it out for a throw-in. This is where our defense really needs to clamp down. And right now our defense is looking really shoddy. Good save again by Redmayne. This isn't good. This is no good. Alright, 9 shots total amongst both of us. The only 2 that were on target were by Western Sydney, so this really isn't all that great of a performance. I'm really not happy with how we've been doing. So hopefully we can turn it up in the second half. So let's go. Alright, so not going to change anything because I feel that with what we have, we can make do with what we have for now. And this half is going by just as fast. We're almost in the 60th minute. I'm going to try and tell everyone to push forward. See if putting pressure on their back line will actually do us some good. But it's a free kick for a dangerous position. Good save by Redmayne. They get in the corner out of it now. And that's cleared away by Melbourne City. I don't like seeing that one of my guys is another one of my center backs is tired because I don't really have any other center backs. Okay, we get a nice dispossess. Let's see if we can make something happen. Duganjic, can't find a good through ball. And it comes all the way back to our back line. See if we can get something going in the attacking half. We're getting good movement in the defensive half, but here we go. Good pass. Oh, what are you shooting at? Like I said, we're just taking shots to take shots. We need to actually put the ball on net. And right now, Salievsky has not been doing well, so I'm going to bring on Mitchell Duke and hope that will turn things around. That's what I'm going to do right now because I'll save another sub just in case I need to bring someone on during extra time, if we go to extra time. It is a corner kick for Western Sydney. They keep it in the box. Good save by Redmayne. Get it out of there. Sporanovic is not looking too hot. He may be my next sub on. We're getting some amount of pressure, but we're not keeping possession, and that's the key here. We need to keep possession. Good passing through the middle, but just nothing there. Western Sydney are just clamping down on us, forcing us to make bad passes, and then they come on the counter. Oof, good shot, decent shot from out there, but it was a better save by Redmayne. Pelleret with a free kick. Oh, if only it bounced off the keeper. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It's going to look like that we are going into extra time, and we just need 1 goal, guys. We can still come out here with a win. I'm going to bring on my last sub. I need to figure out who I want to bring on. Not a lot of good condition players in the middle. So I'm going to bring on Mancuso for Sporanovic. And we will go from there. So here we kick off in extra time. Western Sydney getting a throw in from their defensive half. As once again, they try to make something happen. They really are trying to make something happen. Whereas we, on the other hand, are just trying not to let a goal go by. Western Sydney kicked it out wide. They got a decent cross in. It's cleared away. And can we hit him on a counter? No, not when it's a 5-on-1 break. Duke is trying desperately to get around Western Sydney, waiting for people to get in the box. He has options. Mancuso can't find a single one of them, though. Partaloo gets it back in the middle. Duganjic has players. Mancuso to Duke. Oh, taken down right outside the box. And that's halftime of extra time, and the more this game goes on, the more it's looking like it's going to go to penalties. And knowing my history with penalties, that's a no good. It's not going to end well. So here we go, second half of extra time as Western Sydney kicked off, but we have dispossessed them and they get it right back. Free kick near the edge of the box, but that's well wide for Western Sydney. 10 minutes left to go in this extra time. And the extra time just flew by. Forget about any highlights going here. We're going to penalties. We're going to penalties for this cup final, and I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be Parlew, Retry. I'm surprised that Duke has crap penalties, but I'm going to keep him in third spot. I'm going to keep him in the third spot because he's got good finishing, good composure. But it's going to be Retry, Parlew, Duke. Mancuso should be up here as well. Mancuso, Somerville. Yeah, Mancuso, Somerville. Duganjic. Yeah, why are you down there, Duganjic? Garuccio. I'll go with that. All right. Hoping and praying now. We get to play the lottery that is the penalty shootout, and Western Sydney are going to step up and take the first shot. So that's a little bit of an advantage for our end. First one, slots it home, 1-0 Western Sydney. Retry steps up. Can he knot it up? He does. 1-1. Western Sydney now. Second shot. Right down the middle. Redmayne, you didn't have to move. Parlew. Make it 2. 2-2. There you go. Come on, Redmayne. It's late on that. 3-2 Western Sydney. Up to Duke. Come on, I have faith in you. Oh, and it's blocked. He tried going right down the middle. Western Sydney's keeper was not fooled. And that opens the door for Western Sydney, and they slot it home 4-2. Come on, Mancuso. Oh, my God. And that's it. Once again, I lose another penalty shootout. I shouldn't even be surprised at this point. I've had horrible luck in penalties. I've had horrible luck in penalty shootouts, and this is no different. As we lose, 0-0 after 120 minutes, and then going to a penalty shootout, where it's very, very anticlimactic. So Wanderers will lift the title. We do not win the FFA Cup for the first time. We do not win it for Melbourne City. They've never won it before. So, I should feel more sad than I do. I just feel disappointment because, like I said, we've come this far, and then to just fall flat on our face, nothing happens. A big old pile of nothing happened. There wasn't even any match things of note. The only thing was Connor Chapman getting a yellow card. So it was a very boring cup final all around, and the penalty shootout did not deliver in excitement. So I'll just pass that by because I don't want to look back on that. All right, so the very next match that we're going to come back to is the Champions League match. Let's get on to that and see what we can do. That's only like 3 weeks away, so I'm going to play these next 3 league matches, and then we'll come back and live com the match against Ratchaburi at Ratchaburi. So we're traveling to Thailand. Okay, fair enough. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button. If you want to be notified of any new videos that I'll be posting anytime soon, please go and hit the subscribe button. Comments, suggestions, banter, anything else really in the comment box below. I will read them. And nothing more to say except this is Gendo. I will see you in the next video. Take care and peace out.